No rush. Make sure your props are nearby. Wiggle your legs out a couple of times, swallow once, circle your jaw. We're going to have a good time today. Doing nothing. Welcome if you're just joining in, Sunday self-care class. Nice combination of joint juice, restorative, and yin yoga designed to turn anxiety into peace and peace into joy. And a conscious breath. Just begin to find your breath. Breathe your breathe. Yes, you're in the privacy of your own home, but there's a energetic, vibrational connection amongst us. It's very powerful, always works, never fails. And take the breath more deeply into your body, more down toward your belly button. My cat says hi. She's caterwauling. She likes Sunday yoga with her friends. Sunday, we turn the world off and go inside. The world will continue without us, much to our chagrin for a few minutes. Good. Let's spend a minute just feeling, a minute or two, just feeling whatever we're feeling right now. Catch up with your feeling nature. Breathe what you feel what you breathe. Couple of friends just streamed into class. They tell me it's jammed up in the parking lot, so I understand. The only yoga class you're late for was your first one. And some of the ones after that. So we're relaxing on our back. Our brains are dissolving. Yay. We're not doing nothing except double negatives, which is positive. Lay back. We're breathing from our tummy and feeling our feels. Good. I usually notice when it's 11:11, it's a bunch of ones all together. So call me superstitious, but it means we're all one. Everything is unified. We think we're different, but we're really one entity, one consciousness, one being, one presence. It solves a lot of questions, resolves a lot of issues, dissolves a lot of dilemmas. Another minute or so on your back, please. Good. Then that ritual we do at the start of every Sunday class, the prayer of acceptance. I accept exactly the way I feel, who I am, and how it is right now. You don't have to pray that prayer, but it doesn't mean it's not true. So we're just accepting what we feel, who we are, and how it is right now. Or as a great spiritual master once said, it is what it is. Good. Biggest inhale of your whole life so far. Fill up the whole Hindenburg. Exhale, let it all go. We are calm and peaceful souls. Somewhere at the depths of our being. Good. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circulate extra, extra super feel God through yourself. And you might be thinking, little old me, I'm allowed to feel that. And if not you, who? Certainly that's meant for the other people. Good. Arms up to the ceiling. Stretch your arms up over your head. Point your toes forward. Writhe around, but mildly. We do mild stuff on Sunday, wild stuff on Saturday. Goofy grin on your face. We're not going to take it We'll only take parts of class really seriously today. And we're already done with that part. Good. Draw your knees in for some knee hugging and back rolling. It's about as hard as the class will get today. So I hope you're up. I hope you're down for it. Okay. And then we should propel ourselves to sitting somehow. Maybe the Ronco yoga crane will get us up. Touchdown. Now, hello. First of all, hello. My name is Greg. Okay, specifics out of the way. What else? I teach yoga. So now, besides that, I realize I'm competing with God today because it's the most beautiful day of all time. The fact that you would show up to do yoga with me is amazing. So I thank you for that. And I won't take up too much of your time, but the time that you do donate to me will be recompensed manyfold with joy, love, bliss, and peace. So there you go. So I know what you're thinking because I can read minds. Yogis can read minds, and I try not to do it too much, but you're thinking, well, let's go, Buster. Okay, shoulders. Just follow me, and quit thinking. Don't try to figure nothing out. You've been trying to figure out everything your whole life. Most of your biggest problems have been caused by your own thinking, your own best thinking, other way with your shoulders. How'd you get into that horrible dilemma? My best thinking. 5, 6. Oh, my knees love this. This is patella pleasure. And 8. Good job. Drop your chin down. Relax your overly hardworking head. No peeking. No peeking. There was a scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where it was toward the end and they'd opened up the Lost Ark of the Covenant and the devil was floating around and Harrison Ford said, no peek, don't look, don't look. We've already moved into weird references like Raiders of the Lost Ark, and we're 5 minutes in. Feel that ujjayi, throaty, whispery, seashell, soft sound at the back of your throat. So relaxing. Thinking is a wonderful faculty, but sometimes it's like wearing a straitjacket, and every time you think, you pull one of the cords a little tighter, one of the buckles. So what we'd like is to get out of the straitjacket. Now, in a moment, boredom, irritation, distraction is going to kick in, and you're going to want to check your cell phone. You're going to want to wiggle or scratch something. You're going to want to move. Be still. I know it's not easy. Feel your breath. Relax. That carrot that's been dangling in front of you your whole life is in your possession. 24 carats. Good, we'll Om together. So take all these feels, big inhale. Inhale. And just a relaxed exhale. Let feel good spread from your head to your toes. Okie doke. Drop your chin. Take your coconut around 8 times. Oh, this is going to be a good class today. Well, that's a bold statement. 6, 7, other way. 1. The great power of ritual, the great power of practice. And 5. The great power of consistency, persistence, diligence. 7. And relax your head down for a few more moments. Then we'll start doing nothing in a different way. Commitment is doing what you said you were going to do long after the mood in which you originally agreed to do it has passed. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay, arms up, kids. By the way, you can switch the cross of your legs if you find yourself getting stuck. Arms out, behind your back. Rocket ships to the moon. Poof. Did you see the nearly full moon last night? Pretty close to Jupiter. Not as close as I thought. I got let down by some dishonest astrologers, not the first time. They said Jupiter and the moon were going to be in the same house, but not in the same neighborhood. Poof. One more. It was still quite lovely, was it not? Most people don't know what those lights are in the sky. I asked a friend, I said, look up, and what's that? And he goes, is that the moon? My God, look up, you guys, look up. Don't always be looking down. So come down, look down. Paradox. Move your head around. Let the wave resolve back into the ocean. You don't want to be a permanent wave. You want to be the ocean on occasion. Good. From your fingertips, inhale, look forward at your now brighter future because you're hanging out together with your friends. Exhale, deepen down a wee bit, shoulder blades spread across the top of your back. Hair drops. On your next inhale, come on up. And we'll do that inhale thing. And just do a regular bold exhale, arms out. Arms forward, please. Palms up, palms for alms. Pull in, scrape a divot on your side. Round to the front. Now, via the principle of erosion, if you were to just do this 30 million times, I've used it to diminish my muffin tops. One more. And pull in. Pause with your paws at your side. Drop your chin, close your eyes. Say to yourself inside of yourself, I am a calm, peaceful soul. How many times do you have to do that? Until you are. Good. Push forward into life. Go out. Circle back. Go back here. Brush the other way. Push out. Go wide. This is called carving out space pose. You carve out space. You're pushing out the boundaries of your life. You don't want to live in the same little figure eight all the time. Go out, push, and one more. And go out. Joint juice, getting the body moving. Very good. Now switch the cross of these guys. Pull back a little bit. Just asked you to go forward. Now I'm asking you to pull back. Make up your mind, would you? Come on down, kids. Price is right. Now yank your shoulders up by your ears like, oh God, it's just the burden of existence. I didn't ask to be born. Relax your shoulders now. Lose your marbles. Forget who you are. Selective anesthesia. I'm sorry, amnesia. I like both, actually. Inhale, look forward. I'm an aesthetic who likes anesthetic. Come on down. And come on up. Can it be this easy? Can it really be this easy? Yes. Inhale. There's a saying in recovery, it says, easy does it. And I was always like, nah, sorry, easy, it does not do it. But actually it does. Arms forward. And drop your hands on your knees. Okay, now from here, do this breath. I already said close your eyes. Exhale all the air out. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, release. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, release. 2, 3, 4. I think you can remember that. 3 in and 4 out. I bet you can't do it 3 times without thinking about something. But that's okay. Then you just come back to the count. Very good. And release the breath count. We may switch back. We should switch back to the original cross of our legs. By the way, you can always sit up on top of a blanket or something if that makes your hips feel more comfortable. Okay, from here, we're going to take our hands out, palms up, and just lean forward into them. You'll note when I'm doing it, the heels of my hands don't come all the way down. I don't have that range of motion. But I do have my range of motion. So run your own race. It's a great sentiment, isn't it? Run your own race. Somebody's always going faster. Somebody's always going slower. And the fact that we spend half a minute in a pose is as important as the pose itself. It's the time applied. It's the tincture of time. It's patience. It's enjoying the process. There's so much more going on here than, hey, they're folding their hands. Good. Come up and out, arms out. Make them go back here, internal rotation, up your back, Put the back of your hands in your armpits. Drop your chin and try to touch your elbows together. It's important you really relax your neck on this one. Drop your chin and give yourself, note all the different pressure points, armpits, wrists, getting a good squeeze, good reflexology. Good, and extract your hands out of there. And then the relief and the release of rolling your paws. Other way. Good. And on Sunday, we just do a mild shake. We don't do the frantic one. Just a nice wagging of your hands. And little flippy flops. Cup your hands at your beautiful heart. And I would ask that you connect the faculties of head, hands, and heart. Feel your head, feel your hands, feel the vibration of your heart merging together. Good. Now, since your hands are down here, just lace them, push them up. Good. The first stretch is usually kind of crunchy. Just push up and there's adhesions and congestion. And then you put your knuckles on your head, shoulders relaxed, neck soft. Inhale. On exhale, push up again. This time you can extend a little more, get the arms a little straighter, get better alignment. Good. Exhale, knuckles on your head. Inhale. On exhale, push paws up again, third time. Oh, there you go. More space. Now, just a little side. Stretch the side seam of your body. Good. Now, release your right hand down, left hand behind your head. Slide your right hand over a little. Turn your chest up and to the left. Close your eyes. Let your left hip relax down, left elbow open up, and drop that right shoulder away from your ear. And you can gently work your right elbow down a little bit, but notice the teeter-totter between your right elbow and your left hip. So let them both drop equally. It's not how far you go. It's how you feel while you're doing it. That long extension from left elbow down to left hip. This yin yoga nourishes the tissue, drenches your cells in circulation. All right. Come on up, kids. Really good. Whew, that felt good. Switch the cross, please. Now from here, lace your fingers one finger over the weird feeling way. Push your paws up. Knuckles on your head. Inhale. Exhale, using our breath as an adjunct to the movements. Good. Now release your left hand down. That might be, oh boy, it's way over there. Your right hip, lift up your right hip for a second. That'll get your left hand down. Then relax your right hip down. Right hand behind your head. Turn, look up a little. Bend your left elbow down to the floor. Close your eyes. And let your right elbow and right hip release, stretch, extend apart from one another. And one of the keys is left shoulder down away from your left ear. No rush. There's the surface meaning of this pose, and then thousands of layers deeper. And we'll find them if we are patient. Good. Inhale, come up, you guys. Arm up and release out. Good job. Okay, legs have been all folded up for a while. Stretch them out. Give them a wiggle. Good. Big wide open hands, palms down, feet in, and lift up. Just run your own race. Run your race. Good. And come on down. And one more cross of your legs. And then after this, we'll shift. Arms up. Now lace your hands behind your head. This is like a radar dish, isn't it? Turn your radar dish as far as you can to the right. After turning as far as you can, release left hand, right knee, right arm behind you, and use your arms prudently, intelligently to increase your twist. Shoulders relaxed, eyes closed, chin level, tall spine. Everybody wants more joy in their life, every sane person. But before joy needs to be peace. So the pursuit of joy without getting peace first is generally futile. So peace first, and then joy just comes swimming through. Inhale. And release out of that. Up you go. Hands behind your head. This is just to cultivate a tall spine and shoulders relaxed. And it's also to turn using big muscles first. Turn left, turn more. Then you apply the arms, right hand, left knee. Feel how you can turn another few degrees. And then you arrive right at the edge of your range of motion. That's a good place to play in life. That's the place between who you are now and who you're becoming. We're always becoming. Be here. Good. Inhale and release. Now, I wonder if just our initial movements have opened up some breathing and lung space so we could Om a little more freely and fully. Inhale for Om. Prayer hands at your heart. Yogis call it Anjali Mudra. Drop your chin. And I wholeheartedly invite you to pray for the thing most wanted or needed in your life right now. Aim your soul toward the highest that you know. Peaceful, deep, rich prayer. All right. Now we'll lean back, kind of shift gears a little bit. Take your left thigh over your right. Now, depending on the shape of your hips and size of your joints, you might be able to slink your left foot underneath your right. If my life depended on it, I could do it. And if I was slathered in Crisco, I slip it under there, but I don't need to overdo it on Sunday. Just cross. Now, having crossed, just slide your bum in as far as you can. Now, if you can do that with your knees and ankles crossed, that's a lot of range. But all we're doing is just lifting up and then standing up on our right toes to open up the front of our body, chest, heart, hip flexors, head back. Standing on your right toes, I suppose. Good. Now bring your heel down and your hips down from here. Now take your knees and please to let them go this way. See that? Now some people could have the foot crossed underneath. It's not necessary. It's just a thing you could do. Now from here, bring your right arm up. Now, I cannot lift my left arm here. So if you can, that just means your hips allow it. Hand behind your head and turn and look to the right as far as you can. Close your eyes. Let it sink in. We're sinking in, SYNCING. Just a good patient using the weight of your body to twist, squeezing out old painful patterns of perception. I've got friends that can do this with their knees and ankles crossed, both arms up. Good for them. It's a good thing. Good. Now, relax your arms down. Please bring your knees back up. Uncross your left foot if it was crossed. Now, take your left knee and just slide it over there. So your left ankle is just outside your right knee. See that? It's a good pose. Then a science experiment is just to slide in as far as you can, like this. And again, we're going to stand up on our right toes as high as we can to get healthy, happy, and strong. And we'll exhale down. Now, what's cool is we can take this shape of our lower body and simply rotate it this way. So the left foot comes down. You bring your spine in like this, and you look chipper and perky. And all I ask on Sunday is just wrap your right elbow around your left knee. Now, a yoga mudra, there are millions. Take your left hand and grab your right wrist. And now we're turning left. Close your eyes. Cultivate peace. Plant seeds of serenity, calm. You might say, I'm a calm and peaceful soul. It's good Sunday yoga. It's Sabbath yoga. It's take it easy, patient, peaceful yoga. Good. Now from here, you simply take your arm off, not your body, and you let your left knee drop down. See that? So you look down. Some people call this box pose. Your knees are wide. You look down. Your shins sort of intersect with one another. And then grab your elbows and work them side to side. This yin yoga once, twice a week, especially with me, helps to eliminate soreness, lactic acid buildup. Good. Now, please bring your arms down. Now, I hope you have some blocks. because this is a Sunday special where you could make a very large thing and just bring your forehead down. If you're more flexibler than that, you can make it smaller, but it's, again, run your race. That's about right for me, right there. And now you're going to clamshell down over the top of yourself and simply sink in. And a nice balance between the head relaxing in one direction and your hips relaxing in the other. You're right on schedule. Everything is always working out for you. There's no rush. You're running your own race. There's a divine orchestration for each and every one of us. Good. Come on up. Of course, now you could argue with my claim that there's a divine orchestration for each and every one of us, but why would you argue with that? What would be the benefit of being right about that? Okay, take your thumbs into the middle center bottom of your foot and just start to massage in there gently. It might be really tight down there. As you go in, you find you can go in a little more as the tissue softens a little. Then it starts to get dicey and spicy. Good, and right when it gets there, hold steady pressure with some thumbnail. Relax your shoulders, drop your chin, close your eyes. Good, now feeling this feeling, we'll chant Om, inhale. Om. Feel your feels. Feel exactly what it feels like to be you right here, right now. The hero's journey, facing exactly your experience, such as it is, transmuting it into love, bliss, wisdom. Good. All right. That was stimulating for our heart-lung center of our foot. Unwind your legs, please. Good progress, you guys. Wiggle them out. Okay, the other side of that sequence. Please cross your right thigh as strongly as you can over your left. If your foot hooks underneath, great. And if it doesn't, equally wonderful. Slide in for some squeezing compression. And then lift up your buns and stand up on your left toes. This will decompress your spine, open up the front of your body, stretch your chest. Good, sink down, very nice. Now, irrespective, I was going to say irregardless, but you can only say irregardless if you're talking about one of your ears. But irrespective, take your knees and your ankles over this way. That's a good stretch for most humans. My left hip really lifts a lot when I do that. So I can only lift up my left arm. If you can lift up your right arm, then do that. And turn left. There's a lot of twisting going on today. Now you're being a hieroglyph, the shape of your soul. Good. Arms down. Now just bring these knees back up, please. Take your right knee and slide it out till your right ankle bone is just outside your left knee. I call it figure 4. Now slide in as far as you can. If your behind runs into your heel, that's okay. Then, as best as you can, hips up and stand up on your left toes. Stretch the front of your body, head back, hips up, and sink down, kids. Good. Now, I like the sequence because it leads to the twist in the other direction. The knees go down to your left, you lean forward. And today, for today's purposes, left elbow out around your right knee, hugging it in. And then rather than squishy posture, tall posture. And then your right hand can go over here and have happy contemplative twist to your right. Now, keys to success: shoulders relax, chin level, tall spine. Breathe deep into your body. And this is the kind of twist where the base of your spine, the bottom of your spine is in. We are calm, peaceful souls. What does it say in one of the world scriptures? The kingdom of heaven is spread all about us, but we don't see it. It's not way up in the clouds on the other side of the Andromeda galaxy. It's right here, right now, but we don't see it. Isn't that kind of sad? It's all around us, but we don't see it. But what's good is we see more and more of it all the time. And that's where we're heading. Good. Now from here, see that left foot down there? Crawl it slightly more forward, and then just release your right knee and let it drop. Like that. Now, grab your elbows, but switch it around the weird feeling way. Bring it up, side to side. Sorry, I got a cramp in my hip. Ugh. Side to side. Let's see, I taught a big yoga class yesterday, rode my bike for 15 miles, hit golf balls, rode the stair climbers for an hour and a half. I wonder why I might be a little sore. Do you think that I overdo it? Just something I do. Good, now bring your arms down. Good job. Okay, cramp relieved. Now take your thumbnails at the base of your big toe on the bottom. Dig into that. Again, to me, I call it dicey and spicy because it's sensitive. You wouldn't want somebody to push their thumbnail in there as hard as they could. In yoga terminology, this is called a Marma point. Marma is from the science of Ayurveda. Marma means death, meaning they're such sensitive points that if you were a warrior and stabbed somebody here, they would conveniently die more quickly. Good, now hold steady pressure of your thumbnail. In Kashipra, the point for vision, drop your chin, close your eyes. Now I'm going to say something weird. Experience your experience, feel your feels, be your bees. Be your bees, please. If we experience our experience now, we won't have to store it and digest it later. Keeps our channel open, the valve clear, the channel running smooth. Lets the tide in and lets the tide out. Good. We'll chant Om, feeling this provocative, spicy feeling in our nervous system. Big inhale together, same air. Good. Relax your hands. Now, hands at your heart, and the interesting kind of prayer where there's no words, there's no petition, there's just connection. Isn't that a beautiful form of prayer where you bring yourself into alignment? And the feeling of receptivity. I receive the answers. I receive the answers to my prayers. We ask a lot, so we have to receive a lot. Otherwise, it backs up. All right, let's get out of this one. And that whole sequence was asymmetrical. So just do something symmetrical, meaning it doesn't have a left and a right. Just wag your knees, please. In a moment, we'll shift into some deep restorative Indigenous Peoples Day Eve stuff. I don't get to celebrate that because I'm not an Indigenous person. Oh, well, that's not fair. Who thought of that? Okay, squeeze your knees together. We're all Indigenous people. Now, wrap underneath your knees. Be your own main squeeze by wrapping your own knees. Please. Hold on. Hold on loosely. Don't let go. Easy does it. When the noise, the disturbance, the agitation, the movement of our mind slows down, then we're capable of hearing stuff we couldn't hear otherwise. Really valuable stuff. How would you justify that, Greg? What line of scripture would you use as justification that would confirm that when our minds get quiet, we get astonishing and wonderful insight? Well, I would just flip to Psalm 46, where it says, "Be still and know that you're God." That pretty much covers it. The condition, of course, is be still. Nobody wants to be still. Everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die. Good. Now relax your arms. Now, it being virtually 12 o'clock high, virtually, in any second now, what I had in mind was probably, well, one of my top 3 or 4 restorative poses. So for this one, you need a chair, a couch, an ottoman, a bunch of blankets, or a pet, a big one. So fortunately, I have this gigantic recliner. but it's on magic sliders that I got at Home Depot. Home Depot. So you just need something about like that, a couch, an ottoman, a sliding chair, or a really big pet. Now, I'm going to get the stuff that I need to build it. So that's just one blanket that's over here on one side or the other. Going to move stuff out of the way. Now, all that I ask, we're going to be in this pose for maybe 10 minutes. We're going to La La Land together. Slide in and just get your calves up on top of the whatever it is that you're using. Get your calves up on top of whatever it is that you're using. If you lift your buns a little bit, you can wigulate them side to side, which feels almost gratuitously good. And then you want to slide your bum in. You don't want to be way back here. You want to slide your bum in. Your calves are supported. Now, before you go in, watch me, which is one of my favorite things to say. As I relax back, the whole key, the sine qua non, the linchpin of the pose is lifting your butt and putting 2 inches of blanket from your belt line down. In other words, underneath your sacrum, your triangle shaped big bone at the end of your spine down there. By lifting your booty about 2 inches, not underneath your kidneys, you really don't want that feeling because that's going to make you feel excited and anxious. You want the blanket from your belt down and then your kidneys release. Now, I happen to have a sandbag here because you never know when the levee's going to break. So I could put a sandbag on top of my guts, and then enough talking. Now we're going to veg in this pose. Cover yourself with blankets. Put an eye pillow down if you want over your eyes. And the way that our lower back can relax, that's where our kidneys are supposed to be and our adrenals. And when that can relax, then it's going to stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system. Eyes roll back. If you like a blanket roll a little bit underneath your head, I think I'm going to do that. My head feels really hard today, which is what my mentor always says. He says, Greg, you're really hard-headed. And now I'm going to shut up for 5 minutes. Maybe. I will say this is a surrender pose. This is a pose where the feeling is lifting the oars of your little raft or canoe or kayak and letting the current, the river of life, pick you up and take you where it's going. It's easier to ride the river in the direction that it's going. Relax your mouth. How much you're willing to let go. How much you're willing to surrender to the will of the universe. It's good stuff. Good. Now, I admit to being kind of sneaky. This is our Shavasana, and we're going to be in for an extended period. So please, please give yourself permission to really, really let go for a few more minutes, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, just to deeply, deeply drop in and heal. Okay, my beautiful friends, stay more relaxed than ever, more released, more receptive. And it's that wonderful time of practice where you can invite God, love, source, spirit, infinite, higher organizing presence, IHOP, into your life. Always a choice, never a coercion or convincing. It's always up to you, as well it should be. Now, if you did pray that invitational prayer into yourself, wiggle your fingers and toes and circulate today's fresh dose of feel good into your body. Inspiration, wisdom, guidance, creativity, soothing, nurturing, love, care, affection, insight. Man, we need that. And where else are we going to get it except from the source? Nice deep breath back in your bod. Now you're in a bit of a predicament. So just gently bring your knees in. And when you roll to the whatever side or the other, remember there's a blanket underneath your hips. So the drop is going to be a little more. Curl onto the side of your side. And cocoon, crawl into your prayer capsule, your egg. Love all over yourself. It's about time we started to do that. Good, then we'll sit up together with our eyes closed, kind of feeling for where we belong on the floor. Good, we're seated, our tall's our spine, our closed our eyes, hands at our heart, dropping our chins, feeling holy, holy, sacred, and reverent. And thanks to the one who brings us all together. All together we say, Namaste, Namasunde,